out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
I can the locks from here.
Enlighten me.
Get out of my face. Wanna go?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bad part of town, buddy. I'm gonna do you a favor. Head back to Bayou Plaza before the disciples get you. Hey, it's your ass, not mine on the line. Whole area's gone to hell. Us crate rats used to think the Ebside strikers were awful, with all the muggings and shakedowns, but now that they're on the ropes, kinda wish they weren't just holed up in Madame Sauvage's. Streets are getting bad. Real bad. Well, you find them at Madame Sauvage's. They're always holding auditions, as they call it. Looking for new blood. So, being so helpful, chance for a donation. Come on, might be saving my life. What with the disciples and all. Have a heart. Hey, thanks. Look, I mean it. Go back to the plaza. Ain't nothing but shit and misery over here.
Where the fun never stops. In the city that never sleeps.
Every smuggler I have ever worked with had a perverse affection for this place. I do not understand it.
Hey, if you hear about any entry-level job openings, let me... I've been trying to find an office job, but all of them require like 5 years of... Trying to shake off the stink from my last interview. Back to the job.
What are you looking at? This? This is Ebside Striker's turf.
Only the upstairs. Don't bother my customers.
Fine, upstairs. That's gang territory, got it?
How do you stay at this bar and drink?
This is such bullshit. Yeah, you used to be people were afraid of the Strikers. We had a name, got it? Now the disciples got us penned up in this lousy bar.
Andrea!
Fine, fine, fine. This beautiful establishment. Do you have anything else, or are we done with this? Whatever this is. So you stroll in here and want to meet with Briggs? The nerve. Maybe you should meet with the business end of my shiv, huh, tourist?
No blood in my shop, Andrea. I'm this close to tossing the lot of you out on the street.
Fine, fine already. You're lucky. Only way you see Briggs is if you, want to join the Ebside Strikers. You know, I'll just do that. Right now. This ought to be good. Sure, let's go meet the boss.
Hey. You don't have places like this in Aquila, that's for sure.
Strikers look out for one another, right? Strikers look out for one another, right?
Who's this?
Someone says they might want to join.
A recruit? Been a while.
I know, right? Savage says we can't go killing people around here anymore.
Strikers
We shouldn't
look out
be
for
doing
one
that
another,
anyhow.
right?
You want to join us? We're a gang. You understand that, right? Not some daring adventure bullshit you can brag to your friends about. We steal, we mug, we kill if we have to. People that come to us have usually run out of options. So are you really interested? There was a time when we were the only ones that kept those psychos in line, but I'll get to that. Let me tell you about us. What makes the Strikers different is we're family. It's us against every goddamn thing the world can throw at us. If you're in, we'll go through hell and back for you.
It's been a little too much of that hell going round.
Vogel, not the time. We do everything we can to make sure everyone's got a roof overhead and fish in their belly. I prefer we fleece the marks, not kill them. Better for everyone in the long run. But you do what you gotta do.
Have you thought about what you want to do? What gives you your joie de vivre?
The things I like, I'm not good at. I can't play instruments and I can't sing. And they haven't made drinking velocity a job just yet.
Don't worry.
Not so fast. I gotta get to know you first.
Others go it.
What would you bring to the Strikers?
Oh yeah? What's that?
Time.
Confident. I like it. You know your own worth. Done anything special? Something that might impress us? Sure you are. Just don't tell Hatchet that. That girl worships the Mantis. I'm not sure what your game is, but if you really want to join, there's a test. You're going up against the Disciples. Everyone in Epside's been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Some people snap, and snap hard. The Disciples are maniacs, pure and simple. The test is to find out who has been arming those nutjobs with military-grade hardware. We're fully in alignment there.
Joining a street gang was not something I felt we needed to do today, but so be it.
There's a warehouse they use. One of our friends said there's a slate there that has the info we need.
Oh, that's my job. I was going to go in and make them pay.
You want it? Too bad, Vogel. You go in there, and it's a bloodbath. I want someone that can snatch it from them. Ideally with them never even knowing it happened. Consider this your audition. Try not to get killed, new fish.
The job's about getting the slate. Focus on that.
I can't believe you're
I
actually
know
going
Briggs
to
said
do this.
go quiet or whatever.
If you hurt any of the Strikers,
Bastards out
I
as you
will
can.
break you. If you hurt any of the Strikers, I will break you.
Housing here is so expensive. To be honest, I just know that if I don't find something soon, my parents won't just disown me. They'll... Keltcorp and Stroud, but I haven't heard back, and that's threatening to cut off. But I need the credits now, and even if I do get... Well, I went to school for business. In my last interview, the recruit... I asked her, which planet is Kintia on again? And she... Good luck out there.
You pull this off,
hello.
and I'll be your #1 fan.
Is that it then? as
overall
a fish.
thoughts.
You would think that would keep people away.
It's pretty much like Fallout,
Take it easy.
but in space. And Fallout's fun.
Plenty of space in the members' lounge today.
I like looting things and a lot of missions.
Care for another chimera?
The heck? Tells me to go outside, but tells me to go in. I'm confused. Oh. Right here. Hello.
Hey.
Oh, almost made it. There we go. Tuh.
Can you believe Xenofresh charges?
I tried Aurora once. I did not enjoy the experience.
Don't break the
Do what
leg.
it takes to survive. You're no use to it. So, stealth was a no-go, but... So you're in. Everyone thinks the Epside Strikers... But now that we know where the Disciples are getting their gun... Trying to score points with the boss. You might want to say hello to the rest of the gang. They should be... After you take some deserved R&R, hit up Hatchet for any gear you may need. And
Don't blow. Took weeks to find this thing.
So you're part of the team. Briggs may be in charge, but know that I'm his second. Just... Oh, you want to start something, do you? Just kidding. You're part of our messed up family now. Not going to lie, you've come to us during a shit time. Wasn't that long ago that we held our own against the Disciples. Now we're just hiding behind our mother's scat. We need to do something. Well, did you want something? Yeah, goodbye.
Oh, I will see the Disciples ended one day. Huh. So you survived. Andrea thought Briggs wanted you dead, so he sent you away. Andrea was wrong. Andrea does what she has to. Respect that. Everyone is hard because they have to be. These streets and alleys are all I know. They chew up the weak, they leave them broken or dead in the gutters. So don't be weak. You are funny. Funny won't keep you alive. So the job is, we let the streets know the strikers are back. We have signs. Signs that indicate our turf. Hacking the signs is easy. Getting to them or fighting any disciples there, that is the challenge. Briggs said he prefers no blood. But I say, make the disciples bleed at every chance. Here are 3 locations. Good. If you need things too, I can hook you up. It's my job to make sure all the strikers have what they need. Good luck. A lot of the signs are high. Yeah. Always keep your eyes open.
Pull up a chair and have a drink. No customer. Bienvenue. Before you order, I have 2 simple rules, you know. Oh, this is my place. That means everyone in here is on a deal. If you're buying drinks, you better have cash, madame. Oh, well then, I'm honored to be your first, mon trésor.
I must say, the atmosphere here does not seem to warrant such strict rules.
So, what can Madame Sauvage get you? Have you come to try velocity, perhaps? Of course, of course.
Toast.
Au revoir.
Okay. This game is a lot better than Cyberpunk. Man, that game was glitchy when I first played it.
I would hope for the sake of these workers that after a while you get used to the smell.
What have we here? Decided to drop by on Neon and do a little vandalism, huh?
There's a steep, steep fine for that. Zero tolerance. Tell you what, you pay the fine now, and I'll let you off with a warning. Or things are going to get messy. Maybe. But as soon as you started putting up a striker gang sign, that crosses the line. Yeah, I'm not falling for that one. No, they didn't. Typical. Try me if you're so tough. I'm done talking to you. So either pay up, or you get shot resisting arrest.
Well, that narrows down the possible outcomes here.
Wrong answer.
No, I will not. I would hope for the sake of these workers that after a while
How did he see me?
What have we here? There's a steep. Tell you what. Maybe. You're one of ours. This just got complicated. The only one gonna get hurt here is you. You know how it is. Maybe we can work something out. Fine, fine. Just get out of here.
How do I get up there?
You know, I went to ships.
You're in the right place, baby. Everyone.
The disciples will pay with interest.
You've really kicked the hornet's nest. Good. Andrea's running point on grabbing the gun stash. I need you and Vogel to keep the disciples off balance.
So we're finally doing this?
It's time, Vogel. The gloves are off. Both of you, keep the collateral damage down if you can. But it's do or die. If people are in the wrong place at the wrong time, we might not have much choice. Gang fights are no holds barred. So make your peace with it.
There is always a choice. And if we wish to avoid collateral damage, we can.
You two coordinate whatever you need to. I have a request. I know this is asking a lot. Newell's Goods has some armor. Not mil-spec ranger gear or anything, but better than the cast-off clothes the strikers wear. So if you could, well, spring for some armor upgrades, maybe convince Newell to sell it to us. I'm not asking for charity here. Any credits it costs, I promise we'll pay you back, with interest. Now's the time for those strikers to make a comeback.
Finally, Briggs is going to let me kick these disciples where it hurts. I've been telling him to let his best man loose for weeks. You better believe it. The plan's simple. We hit the street runners hard in as many points as possible. Maximum chaos, right? Then Andrea can waltz into their weapons cache, snag the big guns, and then the real fun begins. No promises. The till's running empty. So if I happen to see some marks on the way, then the fishies better pay up, know what I mean? Good talk.
Looking for supplies? This is the place. If you have a moment, say hello to my wife, Rosa. Oh, dear Lord. Did Briggs put you up to this? All these gangs are a menace. I don't want to have any part of it. They are definitely the lesser evil. All right, already, all right. You pay and I'll send Briggs his armor. This is a one-time deal. I don't want anything to do with this madness after that. That's not a discount. That's robbery. I get the feeling you're trying to stiff me. Yeah, I hope so. Fine, fine. You can have your discount if you just stop your yapping. I'll get the armor over to Madame Sauvage. We're done. I had to chase more zone heads out of here today. Oh, yeah.
Have I mentioned that I am not fond of seafood?
What's up?
I'm dreaming of this. I've been telling... You bet. The plan's simple. Then Andrea. Well, it'll work. Here's 3 groups of street rats for you. Me and my boys will take some others. Fun time.
The disciples are gonna pay for all they've done.
someone or something will clean up whatever's left behind. If I feed fish for dinner one more time, I'm gonna lose it.
What I don't sell, it's under control.
We got the guns, new fish. Went in, pop, 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 and the cash is ours.
And that's thanks to me and my new best mate. Hit any problems on your patrol? Same here. Little element of surprise, a few bullets, then no worries. Everything's going according to plan, Briggs.
Good. Now we hit them where it hurts. This warehouse is one of their main strongholds. Not going to lie. Taking it is going to be hard. New fish, we wouldn't be here without you. What's the play? Go in guns blazing? We hold back? You'll be drawing a lot of heat, but if you think you can handle it, works for me. You heard the plan. Let's do it.
Let us stick to business here, and hopefully business has nothing to do with Aurora.
Playtime is over. Downstairs, now.
Hey.
You think Neon Security wouldn't know about what's going down? Please. Looks like you've done a bit of violence, a bit of murder. Word is, all of this is due to you. Why are you messing around with my streets, huh? You would know the first thing about my job. So here's what's going to happen. Gang violence gets too noisy. That hurts the bottom line around here. No one affects the bottom line.
Tell that to the disciples.
No. I want you to, Mr. Briggs. The disciples have been pissing me off for far too long. So, your gang throws off sewer rat blue and starts wearing neon security black. Or you can be found face down in the streets. And you say your goodbyes. Briggs is a smart lad. He'll make the right choice. The best way to fight gang violence is getting your own pet gang. Trust me, they'll fit right in on the force. Free to go as far away from here as you like. The further the better, in my book. Setting street rat against street rat is pretty elegant, right? Don't take too long. Time to onboard the new hires.
Good you're here. Huddle up, gang.
Is this for real?
They want me to be a cop.
Shit. We could get a real pad. Maybe even move out of Epside? Briggs, I'm so in.
After all we've done, Neon Security seriously will let that go?
I don't see why not. Do you really think anyone cares who stabs who in Epside? What's your take? It's almost too much to hope for.
Despite whatever loyalty you may feel to this place, you might never get another chance like this.
Anyone object to going for the deal? This is your chance. No one? Good. Really good. I'll give Owen the news. I can't say I was expecting this. Whatever god or gods we please to get you to help us, know we'll be forever grateful. Same to you. It looks like the strikers are retiring. And here's your cut.
Garbage.
You guys did this? It's almost impressive. Almost.
Man. That was the easiest mission ever. What do you mean? I fought whole militaries, bruh.
This represents all the worst impulses of humanity. Is something amiss?
Why is everyone
All right,
scared?
then.
I'll never leave. Neon, for someone in my business, there's no better place. You got an appointment? 'Cause if not... Wow, nice to meet you too. Good thing you aren't with marketing. I've written up a program just for the occasion, but as Ryujin knows, it's yours for either a price or a favor. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not. You know, part of me could find some wiggle room. Ryujin is my second best long-term client. All right, you win. No wonder Ryujin hired you. While you're snooping around in the tower, I just need you to hit up one more workstation on the way. It's Camden Chose. Just run the same program on the slate I'll give you, and you're good. It's that simple. Let's just say, it's nothing beyond something that Ryujin would do to anyone else. That's between me and another client. But you can bet if someone wants something in old Camden, it's not because they like him.
I believe this Camden Cho might consider it a problem, but it is your decision.
I hoped you'd see it that way. Like I said with Camden, all you've got to do is run this little beauty on Alaru Chen's computer, and the program will take care of the rest. Once you're done, bring the slate back to me at my place. Whatever encryption Alaru has is bound to take some real work, more than my little setup here can handle. It's nice to see you know more than just sneaking around and talking a good game. Here's the slate. I'll be waiting.
Oi. Oi. Where the hell?
Neon is for indulgence and decadence. I'm both disgusted and impressed.
you come from, bro? What? How the fuck? Shit. Where'd that robot go?
Stop in the name of the law.
How do you see me? Stop in the name of the law? Fuck. Oh.
Stop running if you don't.
Why is there someone there? What? That's literally a headshot. How are you not decapitated? What?
Right there.
Bro, how? What? No. There we go. Let's go. Man, I can't fit through this. Do, 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 do. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Shit. I need to save that for this one. Okay. Oh, shit. Shit. What's good, Jerry? How the fuck do I get out of here, bro? No, it's not here. I don't even know what this does. How do I get out of here, dude? What is even down here?
I wish to discuss with you. Did you need something? I have something I wanted to say. But I confess I am afraid of how you will react. Without a doubt, I should not say anything. I have known that much all along. Despite that, it is important. We should be honest with one another. You told me that you believe in going it alone, as you put it. But we have traveled together for a while now. I feel I must honor that time with the truth. The little I have spoken of history has been nothing but truth. I worked with smugglers. I have caused my share of pain and suffering. What I have left out, until now, is that all of that was done on behalf of House Varun. My people. My family. I am not joking. I was born in the great city of Dazra, and raised with the teachings of Jinan Varun. I underwent the rite of Krejar when I came of age. I am of the promised, those who know the truth of the great serpent and his inevitable return. You must understand, my being here is secret. No one is supposed to know. Several years ago, I intercepted requests from Constellation to access Varun's space, speaking only of exploration. I was sent to infiltrate Constellation, posing as a former smuggler looking for a new purpose in life. I withheld certain information, but everything I told Vladimir was, and is, true. It seemed to be enough. For a short time. Several weeks after I arrived, I attempted to access secure records within Constellation's archives. Vladimir and Sarah were waiting for me. I thought the same. And yet there they were. I was horrified. My failure would be reported to the High Council, and the penalty would be severe. Yes, she is. I cannot imagine anyone else in her position doing the same. You and I have spent so much time together. It has been increasingly difficult to keep this from you. And I am sorry for that. Telling you this violates so many of the orders I was given. But it was the right thing to do. I can feel that. I know. I understand that this may change what you think of me. I know that you may no longer wish to associate with me. I believe that in this moment, honesty is more important than anything. No matter what happens next, I have appreciated the time with you, and I thank you for trusting me. Yes, you need me? Until next time.
take care of the right people, they take care of you. So, you made it. Guess Ryujin's security really is slipping. Just brimming with confidence, aren't you? But I've seen your work in the trade tower, so I'll at least give you some credit. Now, I'll take that program back that I gave you, and let's give the data a look.
I hope for all that was necessary in acquiring it. This data finally reveals some answers.
Data.
Lara's computer basically opens an all-access back door for me. I can see everything and anything. So, let's take a look. First, I'll just save off Mr. Cho's info. My client will very much appreciate that. Now on to Ms. Chen. Ularu has some impressive encryption on her files. Not that I can't crack it, of course. Circumventing protections, running decryption. This should just take a moment now. Damn, I'm good. That went faster than I thought. I'm saving several files to a slate for Dalton, including access history and anything related to Project Dominion. Adding in new encryption for him as well, so he's the only one that can view these. And done. You're all set. I've got the new encrypted slate. Let me tell you, it looks like fun times ahead for Ryujin. Technically, I'm not supposed to look, but it's kind of hard to not see what's going on while running all my software. Since you came through on your end, let's just say that slate isn't going to paint the best picture for Ms. Imogene Salzo. But bear in mind, you're dealing with some pretty talented people when it comes to falsifying information. I can be sure because I know my business. But like anything, evidence alone can't tell the full story. The rest is up to you and Dalton to piece together. And don't be too sure about that. Imogene was practically raised in the corporate underworld. I'd almost guarantee there's intent behind everything she does. Here's the slate. As usual, always a pleasure doing business with Ryujin.
They know how to make a client feel welcome up here.
Ryujin CEOs.
My career will be over if this deal falls through.
have the files. Well, I assume success is in order. I had a few reports, but at least nothing that set off any red flags. I expected as much. Now, let's see what we have here. I didn't think it was possible. But someone's been accessing Ularu's files remotely. It's quite a complicated trace, too. I'm impressed Nix was able to track all of this. Damn. And there's our culprit. Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist, and one of the few I had in mind for who could pull this off. Well, she has the means and access. But things are rarely so cut and dry.
I imagine that constantly worrying about who can be trusted, who is telling the truth, takes quite a toll on everyone who works here.
Well, before we make any harsh decisions, I'll need to question her myself. I want you to head to her office and escort her here. You have to make sure she doesn't try anything before I have a chance to speak with her. Good. When you're dealing with corporate workers, discerning the truth from the lies is the hardest part.
Don't wander into any restricted area. This deal could be huge for...
I better do this right.
Let me guess. Looking for Imogen? Try not to harass my techs too much. They have work to do. I'm sure you can tell by now. She isn't here, which is a shame since I have several documents I need her to sign off on. She's always been the master of avoiding desk work. I'm not even sure that's any business of yours, but I do enjoy keeping close tabs on my counterpart. Dare I ask why you need to know? Aren't you the boring one? I have Imogen's last location at Frankie's Grab and Go, which we all know is a front for the Sioka Syndicate. You'll want to get executive sign-off if you plan on chasing after her. I'd say Dalton is your best bet.
It is impressive how thoroughly bureaucracy has infected every aspect of this.
Yeah, because bosses love it when you go around them. Have fun with that. Word of advice. If you're planning on foregoing authorization and just tiptoeing your way to Imogen, park your friend at the door. Two's a crowd if you're trying to lay low. Good luck finding Imogen. Oh, and if you do catch up with her, be sure to let her know I had everything to do with it.
Got my eye on you.
No Imogen, I see. Could she really be onto us already? Of course, Yuko would know. If Imogen's with the Syndicate, I can't just send you after her. You'll need to speak with Benjamin Bayou. We have to make sure he's aware of the situation. If we're lucky, he may even help us get to Imogen. Good, because without it, this adds a complexity that we do not have time for. Head over to the trade tower and be discreet. Let Bayou know that you're there on Ryujin's behalf. He may ask for credits or even a favor. Just give him what he wants.
Well, that certainly settles the question of who really controls things.
If you think my job has been easy since learning about the mole, let me educate you. We've been working around the clock on security upgrades, rerunning background checks, and combing through timelines. Just be sure to bring her back here in one piece. If she's truly the mole, if she resists or tries to run, we have no choice but to take it as an admission of guilt. I'm afraid you'll have to dispose of her.
Hasty is not the issue, I think. It is a question of severity, and killing her seems too much.
The risk of Imogen continuing to operate as a traitor is too high. If we don't dispose of her now, she could cause a great deal of harm to this company. She knows the consequences of betraying Ryujin, which makes her dangerous. If the situation does take a turn for the worst, I only ask that you perform a thorough search for any evidence she may have in her possession. I trust you won't let your past relationship cloud your judgment.
Was looking for someone discreet for a job. I don't qualify.
Welcome to Calvin. The latest bloody affair involving every...
Moving.
I don't recall sending for anyone. What do you want? No. You can always make time when it comes to an old friend. So, what would be the reason? I may consider Ryujin an ally. But Dalton especially knows I don't give anything blindly. As long as it doesn't involve the Syndicate members themselves, I'll tell you what. I'll make sure the Syndicate lets you in hassle-free, provided you do a little something for me. And what mutual benefit would that be?
I could always use a little more leverage when it comes to Ryujin. All right. You talk a good game. And I suppose if we're looking at a mutually beneficial situation, there's no reason for me not to allow such a small favor. Check in with Ms. Moore at Frankie's. I'll send word along that you're to be expected, so she shouldn't give you any trouble. Fair warning, the Syndicate should let you search any common areas, but if anyone catches you snooping around private quarters, I'll just say, be prepared for some hostilities. I better not hear about any trouble down. Not that it's any of your business, but yes, I'm the administrator of Neon. Actually, there are a lot of perks that come with the job, but one snap of my finger and people who ask too many questions. Well, that was riveting.
Queue for a cup of coffee. You're out there alone, right? Space? Now is the time to enhance your life. Here is
Can I help you? Need something? Oh, you're the one getting special treatment. Huh. I knew you was some sort of trouble. I've got one rule for you in there, so it shouldn't be hard to remember. Third floor is off limits. They catch you snooping around, and it's open season. Don't worry, she wouldn't be allowed up there either. For the record, I'm only granting you access because I have to. You'll find that young lady you're looking for holed up in a room almost straight ahead. Just remember to keep your eyes on the prize. The less you consider this an open house, the better. I'm watching you.
Back off. I suppose we should assume they actually know how to use all of this. It is not just for intimidation.
Our paths would cross sooner or later. Not that I thought I was safe, but I never expected anyone to just slip by all the Syndicate here. I had a feeling you'd be the one to come after me. Yeah? And I didn't look guilty before, based on those files you got from Nyx? Ularu set me up. Yes, I've been acting as a double agent, but because she ordered me to. The assignment was meant to deceive, not benefit. And Project Dominion is way above my pay grade. It'd be impossible for me to deliver it. At least, intentionally. Look, I only know about Project Dominion because I wanted to know exactly what I was being accused of leaking. But that tech is dangerous. An internal neuroamp that can theoretically control other people? If the evidence points to me, it's because Ularu used it to set me up. What better way to frame someone than to take control of their mind and have them actually perform the actions?
This is exactly what makes something like an internal neuroamp so dangerous.
That's what makes it dangerous. No one would believe it. So, if Ryujin keeps this tech a secret, suddenly every deal, every legal matter, every little thing is going to go their way. That's exactly what I've been doing here. Ularu has the skill to pull this off, but she's also been behind the desk for years now. I knew she'd miss something. This slate holds all the evidence against her. I just need you to deliver it to Dalton. It's the only way I can prove I'm innocent. Can't do that. The moment I step in that building, Dalton will lock me up, and Ularu will be on high alert. You really are naive when it comes to corporate culture. Once I'm back at Ryujin, Ularu will be looking to tie up any loose ends. So I can stay here and deal with you, or I can go back and deal with her. Which is why I'm hoping you'll take this evidence to Dalton. Of course you do. Look, if you just bring this slate to Dalton, I'm sure he'll understand, but if I go with you, everything is ruined. It's your choice. Do you want the truth? Or do you just want to be Employee of the Month? I was hoping you would. I'm still going to lay low until I hear the coast is clear. As long as Ularu still thinks I'm on the run, she'll remain confident that her plan is working. And I know you don't hear it much around the office, but thanks.
This has been hard. Can we even trust that if we give the evidence to Dalton, he will accept it?
Wow. All I know is I kind of want to go on the 3rd floor.
No funny business. I'm watching you.
You try anything?
Another way through here. Unsure where it leads.
Hold it right there. You won't allow... We may have had a few dealings in the past. Now beat it. If I can't... Ah, shit! Where'd it go? Back off.
Whoa.
Hold it right there. Huh. Now beat it. What the?
What? How'd they know? Was that Andreja? Shit. Where is she?
Sure, shaking down sharpness is all.
Hello. I can do that.
Bruh. Man, how do they know? That's lame. Nothing's even up. Sucks.
Yes? I will watch your back.
I hope this means you finished your business.
Well, look who's back. So tell me, what did you find out? Oh my. Imogene pointing the finger at Ularu. That would be a first. Ularu will want her head when she finds out. Of course she did. Imogene knows better than to make an accusation like that without being able to back it up. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. This situation is gonna give Dalton some serious anxiety. At least it sounds like Imogene has it under control. For now. If I were you, I'd leave it up to Dalton. If there's even a chance that Ularu is betraying the company, you'll never find out if she knows she's under investigation. A mole? No. Ularu's not about to work for another corporation. If she's betraying Ryujin, she's doing it under her own personal agenda. Oh, I can guarantee they're good reasons. For her. The question now is, who else is she planning to screw over to get her way? Because if she considered Imogene to be expendable, that means we all are.
My company's future.
Okay.
Don't cause any trouble.
Is there something I can help you with? All right. This sounds like a closed-door conversation. Just a moment. Shutting the door and engaging locks. There. Now, is this some sort of joke? I thought Dalton was conducting a real investigation. And just where is this absurd notion coming from?
Boxing.
Is this a game? I wasn't aware. It is a horrible thing when such well-made plans can't be shared. I don't think so. Oh, will you? If you only knew the number of truths we corporations hide on a daily basis, perhaps you'd rethink that statement. Looks like someone's been brushing up on their corporate skills. Fine. Since it's just you and me here, I'll come clean. I leaked Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd. But I'm no mole. Please. It's insulting that you think I'd actually be working for someone other than Ryujin or myself. That depends on how you define innocent. You see, I'm not a mole. I'm an opportunist. And no one is more loyal to Ryujin than I am. Masako, on the other hand, is losing her touch. Ryujin needs strong leadership for what lies ahead. A CEO who can make the hard decisions. It's all part of my plan. But don't worry. Infinity Ltd. will never be able to complete Vina's work. I made sure of that. It was never my intent to involve Imogene. But when you arrived with information on Project Dominion, I knew Infinity had screwed up. I had no choice but to act fast. Imogene is the only one that Dalton and the others would believe was capable of pulling this off. It had to be her. What do you think? If someone was a threat to your family, would you be satisfied waiting for them to strike? Of course not. You'd eliminate the threat before it had a chance to act. In some cases, before it even realized what it was capable of. Oh, I'm no traitor to Ryujin. I'm the one that's going to keep this company on top for decades to come. So, now that you know, it's time to see how good you are at making hard decisions. With your help, I can take down Masako and make the credits worth your while. So whose side are you on? Masako's or Ryujin's? That would be my side. Now that I know where you're... If you're looking for... When it's time for the...
She...
This could be the most important.
Star Wars mod. This game's already like Star Wars.
Don't cause any trouble.
Is there something I can help? Excuse me? Let me just a moment.
Attack!
Shutting the door and engaging locks. That's better. And that's quite the story you just threw in my face. Not to mention a serious accusation. And just where is this absurd notion coming from? Is this a game? Dalton. Informed or not? That would only... I've heard enough. Now tell me who... I guess you do have the advantage here. Fine. Since it's just you and... I leaked Project Oh, that depends on... You see, I'm not a... Masako, on the other hand. Ryujin need... Oh, I'm no trick. So, now, with your help... Good. Now that I know where your loyalties lie, I suggest you act as if nothing's changed. If you're looking for a scapegoat on Project Dominion, you can feed Imogene to the wolves. When it's time for the next phase of my plans, I'll let you know.
Yes? Very good.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of the
Ryujin certainly scored more expense on this deal could be huge. This could be the most important.
You're back. I was afraid that evidence Nix provided would be legitimate. Ularu will be very disappointed. I'll have Yuko determine her position so we can start tracking her. Were you at least able to gather any data on how she was able to access Project Dominion? An opinion she never had the confidence to share to my face. Obviously, so she could exploit whatever weaknesses she must have seen. Now, I need to undertake the laborious task of writing up a report to summarize all of this. In the meantime, Masako has requested your presence in R&D. She wants you to meet her in Vinakara's office. Masako's been focusing on how to deal with Infinity Ltd. And their knowledge of Project Dominion. I believe her plans rely heavily on you. Just take the elevator down to Research and Development. You'll find Dr. Kara's office to your left as you enter the floor. Vina's the head of our Research and Development team. She's the creator of Project Dominion, and often considered the protege of Ray DeCaris, Ryujin's founder.
Interesting.
Not that I enjoy it, but I wouldn't trust anyone but myself with these reports as it is.
I've got my eye on you.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Don't worry, we'll figure it out and get that shipment back. Good, you're here. It's time to put a plan in motion to take full control of this situation with Infinity Ltd. The mole took priority. Now that Dalton has everything he needs, thanks to you, we're free to proceed. We don't know to what extent Infinity has taken the current neuroamp schematics, so our top priority is completing our own. Let me introduce you to Veena Kalra, Head of Research and Development. She'll give you the initial details.
Yes, details. You see, the internal neuroamp is supposed to consist of two parts. The first part, the part Infinity stole, handles the manipulative effects. The second part is a shielding modification, designed to protect the user against other neuroamp users. Well, we can't, but the shielding aspect was never officially a part of Project Dominion. It was an afterthought of how to safeguard our own people from being manipulated, so it was being researched separately as a mod. The research itself was in early stages, too early for board approval, so only myself, DeMarcus, and Masako know about it. Big time. We'd be the only ones unaffected.
No one wants their greatest asset used against them. Once Veena can complete the internal neuroamp and shielding mod, the plan is to outfit you with both and have you infiltrate Infinity Ltd. We can't risk the assignment until we know your mind has the necessary protection.
Of course. Installing experimental technology into your very head. What could go wrong?
Good. I'm glad you see this as an opportunity.
And I love a willing subject. Now it's just a matter of getting the key ingredient. The final kink in both designs was finding compatible materials to use for conductivity that the human body wouldn't reject. I've finally created the perfect alloy, but it requires a newly discovered refined element called rothosite.
The last shipment we were supposed to receive never arrived, and we've gotten no response to our queries from the station. We have a confidential contract with Consolidated Mining to keep the discovery quiet, so it's unusual for them not to respond. I think we all share that concern, which is why I want you to find out exactly what happened while recovering the shipment. The station is called CM Station RC-1. It's on a moon called Carinae 3A in the Carinae system. Unfortunately, we had to cut ties with our supply chain manager, Camden Shaw, and his replacement is still getting up to speed. Otherwise, I may have had more useful information. I'd consider it a minor inconvenience for any operative under our employment. Be prepared for anything. Once you have the shipment, bring it straight back to Veena.
Don't cause any trouble.
The key ingredient. you shooting at?
Have my attention.
Bruh. Grr. Stacks up pretty well. Maybe better. All that for this, bruh.
Not exactly the lap of luxury, is it? How quick... Can you get that done? Extra ammunition is always welcome if they have any.
No, I'm playing on PC.
An impressive investment in equipment. Someone certainly considered this worth the time and credits. have never required treatment here, and I hope that I never do.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
This area's off limits. Authorized personnel only. Yeah, I bet you do. Not my problem. Okay. I might be able to make an exception for you. I hear you. Fine, I'll issue you an access card. Infinity better get it together.
Tired, all right? Just not today.
You can't be okay with this, though, right? You took an oath, and I'd say this is a firm violation. Hey, who let you in here? This is a restricted area. In that case, you'll want to speak to Dr. Lane.
Excuse me, but this is a restricted area. You need to leave. Checking up on us? I feel like we should be the ones checking up on you. What do you want? Of course you do, because daily reports simply aren't good enough. The third group, like the others, failed to take the internal neuroan, all resulting in death, with the exception of one, currently comatose. Sean and I are hopeful we'll be able to revive the subject, but until we receive proof of human trial authorization, any fourth group will be refused. Well, you'd be the first from Infinity to think so. It's a relief to know they have at least one employee with some sense. Now, anything else I can help you with? Good. I specialize in neurosurgery, not chemistry. It's absurd you'd expect us to handle something like this in a medical lab. It's on the table. It's all yours. Anything else?
Nice. Easy.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, work to do. This damn contract will be the death of me.
Howdy.
Good to see you. By all means. If there's anything I can do, certainly.
I really did think this place would see
I need to sleep now.